Hello there, you're welcome to another episode of To The Point Code. In the next few episodes coming up on the channel, we'll embark on a journey to see how to publish an Expo React Native application on the Google Play Store. However, in this episode, we will generate our app bundle, which we will use when publishing our application to the Play Store. So let's get started. We'll be using a to-do app that we created some time ago for the demonstrations in this series. I will link it up here and also in the description below, so you can check it out. Now to start, we need to have Expo CLI installed and also an Expo account set up. If you are looking to deploy an app, then it means you have it set up already. Otherwise, you can check the link that I have up here and also in the description below to see how to get the setup done. Now we need to open our sample project in a code editor and configure the app.json file. Now we need to make sure that our application has a nice name. This is the name that will appear when our application is installed on any device. The slug refers to a URL name, which will be used by Expo to publish our JavaScript files. Now we need to have a version 2. Also, we need to provide an icon and also a splash screen. We configured all this while building the to-do app. Now one thing we need to add is, since we are publishing to the Android store, we need to add some keys to the Android section. The first thing we add is a package. Now the package will take something like a domain which describes the application. It doesn't need to refer to any particular website, but it should look like a domain. And you can put anything which makes sense to your application here. So for the package, I'll just put ToThePointCode.ToDoApp. That is ttpc.todoapp. Also, we need to add a version code. For this application, we'll use 1. Now note that this version code is very important. Whenever you make an update to your application and you want to push it back to the Play Store, you need to increment this version code. This will help Google Play Store to be able to identify each version of your application. For uploading to the Play Store, it is recommended that you make use of Android app bundles instead of the APK. So we'll build an app bundle for our application, and we'll make use of the Expo build and we'll attach some few options. Now I want to make a change to the slug here. I think I've used this same slug already, so I want to change it to something else. So now we'll proceed to build our application by using Expo build and supplying a few options. Now the build is asking us to provide a Keystore, which I don't have, so I'll let Expo generate that for me. If we allow Expo to generate the Keystore for us, we'll end up with a digitally signed project which will be readily accepted by the Google Play Store. Now we can see that our build has begun, and we can monitor it at the provided link. So we can visit the link in the browser. Now in the browser, coming to the options here, we'll be able to view the status. Now on this page, we get a fair idea about the number of builds that are happening. So that will tell us to be a little patient. So we go ahead to wait till our build is complete. Now while we are waiting, you might be wondering, what if I close the command line? Well, if you close the command line, it will continue to build in the background on the Expo servers, and whenever you are ready, you can come back to check the status by running Expo build status, or you can visit the link that was provided to you to check up on it later. So now back in the browser, we see that our Android build has finished, and now we have the opportunity to download it. So let's go ahead to download it. Now while our app is downloading, let's go back to the command line and fetch our Keystore. Now the Keystore that we fetch must be kept securely, as we will need it for any future updates to our application on the Play Store. So we run Expo fetch Android Keystore. Once we don't keep the Keystore well and we lose it, we will not be able to push any updates to our application that is live on the Play Store. Now our Keystore values have been provided for us, and also a Keystore file has been generated. So we have to keep these values securely, especially the Keystore file. So now we see that our app bundle has been downloaded successfully. So we keep it in a safe place till we need it in the future episodes. So in the next episode, we will look at how to set up a Google developer account and also a Google service account. Remember, for the Google developer account, you need to have a few bucks on your credit card. And that's all for this episode. Thanks for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe. Also leave a comment for me in the comment section below. And I'll see you in the next episode.